All right, let's talk with this hearing. Acting Attorney General Matthew Whitaker appearing before the House Judiciary Committee today regarding the nomination of William Barr to replace Jeff Sessions as Attorney General. Things got a little heated between Whitaker and the House Judiciary Chairman Jerry Nadler when Nadler asked about any conversations that may have taken place between Whitaker and President Trump regarding the Russia investigation. Let's take a listen.
Have you communicated anything you learned in that briefing about the investigation to President Trump? Yes or no?
I have not talked to the President of the United States about the special counsel's investigation.
So the answer is no. Thank you. To any other White House official?
I have not talked about the special counsel's investigation with senior White House officials.
Have you ever been asked to approve any request or action to be taken by the special counsel?
Mr. Chairman, I see that your 5 minutes is up, and so
Even Jerry Nadler had to laugh a little bit at that one, Cassie. But do you think this will help calm any fears that Democrats may have about possible interference with the Russian investigation?
Well, I don't think that's what the Democrats were trying to do. The Democrats went into today's hearing with one interest in mind, and that's to create a spectacle. Right. And that's what they were attempting to do. And to Mr. Whitaker's credit, he came in, he gave a very tempered opening statement that was respectful to his being there and in line with his work. And the Democrats, just at every turn, were trying to make a show out of this. They had no interest in keeping decorum or being respectful back to the witness. And I really give Mr. Whitaker a lot of credit for trying to keep things on task, despite their best efforts to turn it into a circus.
Yeah, Jerry Nadler had a little laugh there along with Whitaker, but Sheila Jackson Lee was not laughing at all. She tried to pin him down. But how many times do we hear Democrats ask that same question that we just heard Matthew Whitaker answer there to Jerry Nadler? It's happened over and over again. I've been watching the hearing all day. It just didn't stop, Cassie. You know, I think maybe the best encapsulation of what today's hearing was about came early on from Congressman Doug Collins, a ranking member. He said this is really just about character assassination, and it's all just a show. Here is Collins.
Bring your popcorn. Yeah. I'm thinking about maybe we just set up a popcorn machine in the back, because that's what this is becoming. It's becoming a show.
Doug Collins is a Georgian, and you know the Southerners, they have a way with words, but that's basically it, right? This was all a show. Matthew Whitaker is not going to be the Attorney General. William Barr is going to be the Attorney General in a very short amount of time. So why do you think they still held this hearing anyway?
Right, and that's exactly the point, and why, again, it was great on Mr. Whitaker for keeping this process as in order as he could, despite the Democrats' efforts to turn it into a circus, because that's exactly right. He's not going to be the Attorney General, presumably in a matter of just a couple of weeks, assuming the Senate confirms Mr. Barr next week. And the Democrats, their only interest in all of this is not a fact-finding mission. This is not even in the interest of, let's just be transparent with the American people. Their number one interest all along, since the day President Trump was inaugurated, is to cause a show, to cause a circus. And that they showed today that this is how they're going to govern in the majority. And it's important that all Americans see this on full display, because this is irresponsible and this is not why they were elected.
Right. That's an important point to make. This is a conscious decision that Democrats are making right now to hold all these show hearings instead of actually passing laws from the House of Representatives that are actually going to make the lives of Americans better. They don't seem willing to do that. They want to just attack President Trump. Cassie, I want to switch topics real quick and talk about what's going on down in Virginia, where at least 3 government officials now, the governor, the lieutenant governor, and the attorney general, are all embroiled in scandals. And I'm sure there are other people worried about what pictures from their yearbooks might surface here. Northam, we know about his racist yearbook photos and those comments he made about late-term abortion. And there's a whole situation with Fairfax and the sexual assault scandal. Well, here is a point that an MSNBC host made, all of these people, and about these people and their scandals. Take a listen.
There's a dumpster fire in Virginia right now. They're all Democrats. It's starting to smell and look a little like hypocrisy there in the Commonwealth. If these 3 were Republicans, wouldn't they be drummed out of office by now?
And Cassie, this is where I checked my remote control to make sure I was on the right channel.
Yeah, I was about to say, you know you're really in it when MSNBC has turned on you and said that, and called out the hypocrisy of it. But I really want to underscore for your viewers that the reason we're having this conversation is because of Governor Northam's unfettered comments to a radio host last week about late-term abortion. Not even late-term abortion, after-birth abortion. And that is where all of this really started to ramp up. He started to get on people's radars, and now we're having the conversation about photos in people's yearbooks and allegations of sexual harassment. And Do you know what, for everything that the Democrats on the left have said about the yearbook photos and racism and sexual harassment, they all were happy to pile on the resignation calls for that. You heard nay out of any of them after those horrific comments last week from Governor Northam about post-birth abortion. That is what people should be paying attention to, just how far left the Democrat Party is right now on this issue.
Right.
We have come so far away from Bill Clinton's safe, legal, and rare. Now this extremist position is the norm in the Democrat Party, and that's what's important to remember here.
Exactly. Somebody was so upset by those comments that Northam made that they knew that yearbook was there, and they knew that that would put real pressure on them. Unbelievable that those comments about after-birth abortion wouldn't do it, that it took the person going down there and resurfacing this yearbook. It's really hard to believe. Cassie, great to see you.
Great to be with you. Thank you.
You just watched Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news channel. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for breaking news and give us a thumbs up. If you like this video, then share it with your friends. Remember, you can watch Newsmax TV live on YouTube. Newsmax TV, real news for real people.